More than 5 years since the reconstruction of the Roseau Cathedral began, a tentative date has been set for the completion of one of the biggest components of that project. With contractors Ace Engineering Limited about halfway through the roofing stage, diocesan engineer Bernard Lawick indicated that significant progress is being made.
The expected date of completion is February 3rd, 2018. The installation of the roofing system starts with a support system, then a waterproofing, and then metal roofing tiles. Right now they almost completed 80% of the support. From next week on, they will start with the roofing tiles, and more people will be put. So soon you will see some substantial change in the look of the cathedral roof. We had some additional problems when we uncovered the bell tower. I discovered that the timber was rotten, and it seems that the timber was the original timber from the 1800s. So therefore you notice now that there's no spire on top of the bell tower. To do this work, the contractor is asking for an additional 2 months work, which has to be reviewed by our engineers, CP Consulting Engineering Partnership. And then that would bring the completion date for the roof to March 15, 2018.
The reconstruction is presently in phase 5, and there are 12 phases altogether, informed Lawick.
The first 5 lots were the heavier ones. So after this comes the casting of the concrete floor, which can be done in about 2 weeks' time. And then the installation of the suspended ceiling and the electrical lighting and so on. Now that is still that will still be a heavy item, a heavy expense item. Lot number 7 is then the windows. I want to remind you that we have saved all the 22 stained glass windows, and that all this has to be put back into new frames, and also new doors have to be installed. So these are, as soon as the roof is finished, these are the phases that we will be going into next.
Member of the fundraising committee, Val Coffey, continued to urge Catholics to do more to help with getting the necessary funding, as there is still lots more work to be done.
And we need to start seeing a better commitment from our people in terms of doing what we can for church. Besides all the work that has to be done, we still have to get ourselves ready to get tiles. We have to get ready to get our sound system, to get our altar set up, to get our audio-visual equipment. We still have to get some lighting fixtures. We have to look at the gates. We have to look at other last-minute details, which takes a considerable amount of effort and funding to the finishing touches. So that is where we're going to be needing to raise the extra $3 million that is needed to do that completion, so we can have the cathedral ready.
He stressed that this is not the bishop's cathedral, but Dominica's cathedral, and again, $3 million is still needed.
The Catholic population in Dominica tells us that if every Catholic can put aside the differences with their own selves first, if they have a difference, if they're priests, if they have difference, if a member of the church, put aside our differences and come forward and contribute. Think of you making a contribution of each Catholic household of 100 EC a month. If you can do more, and you can give it to your church towards the renovation. And I'm saying to you that yes, you give every day. We ask for 2 collections. If you want to understand that you can give much more for the renovation with the second collection, it will go a long way. And it's time Catholics take a responsibility of their church. Don't wait until that you suddenly decide that you have found God elsewhere, that you can build church, you can buy vehicles, you can do all the good things that you have failed to do.
Coffey remarked that every little bit is important, and he understands that $3 million is not easy to raise, although they have been receiving donations and support and have undertaken a loan. Over $7 million has been raised so far, with an estimated $1.2 million available to be used right now. The Roseau Cathedral, which is 159 years old, represents historical, cultural, and religious significance for the people of Dominica.